June 14th. Here's the pumpkins. Lots of weeds. We did get the drip tape in and watered them yesterday. They were looking pretty wilted because it's been 90s. So we hurried up and got that in yesterday. Turned it on. This is the pumpkin patch by the road. There's a whole bunch of different stuff in here. This one we planted in, not technically hills, but we planted them in like groups of 4. Billy, quit getting them. There's all sorts of them. There's regular jack-o'-lanterns. There's Turk's turbans. There's the little weeby little ones and different colors. So should be good. Then you obviously need to get in here and do some weeds. But they took a long time to come up, but they finally came up. So that's good. These weeds should come out pretty quick with a hoe. Anyway. Wow, that one's got a really big leaf. I think these ones are the Connecticut field pumpkins down here. Oh, big leaf. So we just did the regular like I do with the PVC, hook it up to the drip tape I like. And then I ran a big, just 3/4 inch poly pipe clear back down and around the trees over to the water faucet. I think I need to add another line somehow to water these trees because I have a couple. This one's a peach. It's alive. It was half dead when we planted them last year, so the fact that they lived through the winter, I'm happy. And then there's a couple pear trees. Pear, and then way down there's a plum. Anyway, the pipe just runs along the edge. There's you see just the grain bins, and then the other stuff. This was just bare dirt last year, but we planted some grass seed. There's some weeds in here, but I've been mowing it here and there, so I think it's gonna fill in pretty good. It's mostly grass now. I didn't put the hot wire around here yet, but sorry, I like to mow. It's a little plum tree. Again, these ones up here were trees that were like 50% off because they were half dead at the end of the season, and I'm just happy they survived in the winter and grew. Anyway, this is kind of the back side of the house. Grass. We seeded the grass before we double checked where the fence line went in. This is Donnie's beautiful fence. And we put grass on the other side accidentally. Oh well. I do need to mow. This is the back of the house. Trees. It was pretty hot today, but we just had a little thunderstorm roll through and didn't have any hail, just rain came down for like 2 minutes, so it cooled it off a little bit. There's the pile of branches that fell down in the storms in the winter. Grass looks good here. I know this is so exciting. I need to mow that again. This was funny. Donnie had tilled up extra for me for the garden, but then this really nice grass started growing through, and then we felt bad planting it, so we just let the grass grow. And then we have plenty of other stuff planted. So this is what would be like the vegetable garden. So this is like broccolis and cabbages and I don't know, because I had some stuff from seed I started, and then whatever died I planted with odds and ends I found at the store and stuff. And here, we got some weeds, but the lettuce is starting to finally come up in those. So, these are the tomatoes. I think they're doing great. I just tied them up and trimmed them yesterday, and they're already, I think, grew another couple inches. Those lettuces look better. Those have really got big just since yesterday. I think starting here down is those, what do you call them, an indigo rose or something? Those purpley ones you were talking about. So their leaves are a little curly, but I'm not worried about them. I think they'll pop out. There's 4 of those. I'm not sure. The tag's on this one, so I know at least that one is. And then peppers, and these are all peppers. All of them were from seed. That's the best I've ever done that way. I mean, obviously in the house. You know me and my type B personality. I have no clue what's what. But we have peppers. Guess we'll see what happens. And then these are, that one. These ones are cucumbers, the whole row. And some of them are just like those little slicer ones. Some of them are pickling ones. And then when those that didn't come up, I filled in with like lemon cucumbers. And then those Armenian ones, like I think those look like the Armenian ones. They have a different leaf. And then these ones should be the lemons down here. Then we planted watermelon? Looks like watermelon. Those were from seed. But these ones, there was a 4-pack. Wow, they grew a lot since yesterday. A 4-pack of some sort of watermelon when Kate and I were flower shopping. Those are Blue Lake bush beans. I need to go back now and fill in a couple that didn't come up. And then these are just like zucchinis and yellow squash. Probably way too much, but chickens like it too. They've really zoomed along. Again, that whole row is beans. There's quite a few up here that didn't quite come up. Down at the other end, they did better. Oh well. Well, these aren't really coming up. These are supposed to get out of the garden, Billy. Get. Good boy. Stay out. I think these were different kinds of, they didn't come up. Watermelons and stuff like that. Like there's a few that came up here and there. I'll just stick something else in there. These are sunflowers at the end of my fancy trellis. I think there was somebody, when I ordered pumpkin seeds, they sent some sunflower seeds, so I stuck those there. Oh, I think that's spinach. I know there's a lot of weeds, but there's at least one spinach right there. Oh, there's another one. Looks like I need to move my drip tape. Or a pea. No, the peas should have been over there. Anyway, one bean came up so far of those. I keep calling them the pilgrim beans. I think that's not the name. You just said the pilgrims used them. Oh, there's 2. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what I stuck in here. I think it was like beets and spinach or something like that. And the grocery store had all their stuff half off, so I grabbed a couple more broccolis, stuck those in. That's corn. These 2 rows should have been up by now. They were like a mix of tricolor beans. And none of them came up. I think it was old seed, so I might stick 2 more rows of corn. Just because. Again, some more of that broccoli that was at the grocery store. These 3 they look a little wimpy, but they're growing. They were the Amish paste tomato. They were at Baumgars or something for like $1. So I grabbed them to try them, and they're a little wimpy, but I think they're growing because looking where I tied them, they could be tied again. And then we planted some of those 1 watermelons you sent the other day. They haven't come up yet, but that really wasn't that long ago. I might just need more time. Moved 2 of these are rhubarb that survived from being moved from Wyoming. And then the other one was one I bought at Walmart. I don't remember which one. I think these 2 are from Wyoming and that one's from Walmart. And then strawberries. I need to pull the weeds. But I've been gone all day. It's swim meet and took it out. There's most of the calves out eating. There's a bunch of weeds. I probably should mow some, but that was the grass that came up. So there's lots of food out there for them. I need to mow. And then this is my second pumpkin patch. The first one was carefully planted and marked out and staked out. This one, I made rows and we dumped a ton of seed in. So, experiment. But they're starting to come up. I just noticed the first couple, the last couple days. Where'd it go? Finding it with the camera. Oh, there it is. There's one. And honestly, with this one, I took all the seeds I had, I jumbled them up, mixed them up, and then planted. So, very scientific. So, it's just a big pile of weeds. However, the pumpkin, oh yeah, they're starting to come up. It's been a little dry since I planted. I planted them practically in the mud, and then it hasn't rained since. So I bought some sprinklers yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to set them up yet. Planted this a while ago. I know it's hard to tell with all the weeds, but there's some strawberry popcorn. Like those little ornamental ones. They're nice. A little bit of that. And then I don't feel like turning off the hot wire, but over there is my potato patch. It's doing really well. I haven't had to water it. Got most of it hilled. I think I got 3 rows I need to hill. But it looks really good. There's Pepper. Surviving. Oh, looks like one of the calves went in there. They like to go in there and mess things up. So that's fairly weed free. Everything else is taking time. There's onions down there I need to finish. Megan and I were working on it the other day. Got half done. And then it's been hot, and between softball and swim practice and swim meet, haven't been around. That gray calf right there, that's my cow. That's the one we've had for a while. Tilly, we got her last fall. She's really growing up, looking good. And then the other ones are the other ones. She's gonna be a nice cow, hopefully. And sorry, that's probably gonna get you dizzy. Still need to, my next big project is to get the yard on the chickens better, especially because some of them are loose and they're gonna start eating my garden, but not yet. And then some of the babies that the hens hatched out, they're getting bigger. They like to escape and worry their parents. Then, ooh, a little water. This is the grape I thought was dead, but it's growing back lovely. This is the grape I bought the other day, but I need to water it. It's just looking a little wimpy. Apple trees have grown a ton. They were just little twigs I planted last year, about a year ago. So I'm like, I think that one's a dwarf, that's why it's still kind of little. But the semi-dwarf ones are growing quite a bit. You think? So from here up is how much it's grown this spring. It's almost a foot practically. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So from here up is all new growth. Just since this spring, not counting last summer. No apples, but that's okay. Maybe next year. They had blooms. Some had blooms. I think this one's grown the most. It's a Macintosh. No, it's grown a lot. Pretty cool. And the barn still need to be worked on, but oh well. That's pretty much it. There's flowers and stuff. And those blue barrels, I'm gonna make those into a little barrel train, like you pull behind a tractor or a lawnmower tractor. My apple tree has spots. That's not good, I don't think. Anyway. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.